the show Real Estate Roundup with Nagaraj Annaiah, the founder of nagarajhomes.com and your trusted Bay Area Realtor. Nagaraj has mentored thousands on how to build wealth using real estate, has helped many manifest their dream of home ownership, and has guided real estate investors build large portfolios. So when he represents you, his only focus is to find the best solution in your favor. Let's navigate this journey together with Nagaraj Annaiah. Without further ado, let's get talking. Hey Nagaraj, very happy Navratri and happy Friday.
Hello, Sia. Hello, Bay Area listeners. Happy Navaratri, right? Thanks for joining in today. I think, as you said, 9 days of celebrations, 9 days of celebrations of
Yes,
right?
and renewing our energies.
Yeah, it symbolizes any festivals we do. It symbolizes, and we bring in different aspects, different values, right?
Yes.
And new
And
beginnings, new beginnings.
yes, of course. And Nagaraj, October brings this whole festive vibe, fall colors. So I was just thinking, amidst
Mhm.
the H1B roller coaster that Trump has set in motion, what's the color of the Q4 state of real estate?
I think it's a valid question, Sia, like right now, right? So many things are happening, especially in the Bay Area and on the H1B stuffs, what we are happening in, right? Which is sure for a concern for a lot of things, but what we have noticed in, right, like always the Bay Area is always is an own bull, right? Like it is not going to uh, change in one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to the H1B. Luckily, there so many things changed, and finally, after so many back and forth, the White House came and updated also this 100K applies only for the new people coming in. And
Absolutely.
for the 2026 stuff onwards, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's for older one, it should not be impacted. Okay.
Yes. And
Uh,
even the ones who have gone to India, it
yeah.
does not impact them.
Yeah, that's why that's a but that 2 days or the 3 days of a panic, right? Or maybe over the weekend, especially, right? There were so many things happened in, but finally we had some solutions for that, right?
Right.
But do we think the market is like, yeah, it's like always these things when uncertainty things happen, right? The sure, like uncertainty for the short term will be there, and
Mm-hmm.
likely there would be a reduced demand, right? But the long term wise, always we have seen it, like especially the farm companies, especially, right? We have seen it is always plays out a difference for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, so one more thing is like some predict like H1B homeowners always have been locked into low mortgages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If things come, it would have happened on the other way. Let's talk about the two ways, right? Like where it would have happened on the if they would have sent out, right? Like what would have happened, right? So yeah, especially if it is no H1B workers, less demand, downward pressure on rents and home prices, everything will at least for a short term would have happened. And
Right.
and others might argue also like farm dominance could concentrate more H1B buyers in the bay, keeping prices high. If it would have happened in, we are talking about the cases, what would have happened, right? But it's not happened in. But one more thing would have, I think, is like high demand for like rent always will be there, and people who have bought a house already have logged in for a low rent out homes, right?
Right.
They low mortgages, so they can rent out easily.
And do
So
you think the sale of condominiums can be affected by this news? Or,
it's I think see people after 2 days they came back, correct.
hmm,
I have a lot of H1B buyers are I have four buyers who are still interested to buy a house on H1B,
hmm, hmm,
and the buyers are all the way from 4 million to all the way to 1 million, correct. So I have all four different prices. If you look around, like 4 million, 3 million, 2 million also, there are different buyers still there, but still we can't buy a homes there. And condos, of course, is bit slow because of there are different reasons in there. Listeners, we are live on a Bali 92.3, and if you have any questions, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bali 92, 877 Bali 92. We are live on Bali 92.3 also.
yes, so please feel free to join the conversation. Give us a call at 1877 Bolly 92.
Yeah. So condos, we know that it's been bit slow down right now. Correct. But this news going any other way, it would not have changed as much right now. But again, if in condos also, if somebody wanted to buy a condos under 600, 500K, it's only few areas are still available, not most of the things.
Mm-hmm.
But good thing about buying a condos, it depends on who is buying a condo, right? Like, are you an investor, or you are somebody who was paying a higher taxes, they want to reduce it. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that play out is like, especially if somebody wants to buy a condos, they can do two things. Are they buying for an investment purpose, or they buying for a in the investment purpose, are they buying for a short term rental loopholes, or they buying for a basically, if somebody there are two case scenarios. One is like
For their own
both,
living.
yeah, no, husband and wife both are on W2. Then they
Mm-hmm.
need to do a short-term rental loopholes, right? The short-term rental loopholes has a higher returns because they can write off of a depreciations more. But in case of a one being on a W2, another being on a regular 1099, it works out really well. In that cases, what they can do is like, wife can be qualifies as a real estate representative. Since they qualify as a rep, they can always show it as an a depreciations better way. All the expenses can be written off.
Mm-hmm.
Buying a condo is really good if you're doing it as an depreciations. Okay, but only thing is, we need to find out the depreciation is really worth for the condos. Is it, how is the shape of the house, means basically how is the house, based on that it will come down to it. So
So
always.
that
Mhm.
is again a scenario where like it really matters as to if somebody is getting in touch with an experienced realtor or somebody even as a mortgage consultant who's like, really knowledgeable and then guiding them.
Yeah, and
So that
again,
really matters.
hand in hand goes with the tax representative also. They need to closely work with the tax and understand how does it really help them out.
Oh,
But and one more thing is like, I think we were discussing one more thing, right? Like, if somebody is older people, they
mhm.
want to downsize. How does that work?
Right, because there was this a story that ran in Mercury News, a very
Mhm,
beautiful story where there's a couple who had bought in West San Jose 20 years ago for
mhm,
400,000. Now they were trying to downsize,
mhm,
and it was costing them more than 1 million, and they were not interested in paying any big HOA fee, but they still want to be in that area.
mhm.
So
See,
the interesting scenario was that it was like, what would certain people do, and especially if their house is paid off, but then places like Fremont where their taxes, property taxes are low.
Yeah. See, that's a beauty. There's one prop called a Prop 19. Okay.
Hmm.
After 55, you can move to a new property and transfer your lower property tax base.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So basically, for example, let's run a couple of scenarios to understand. Let's say it's a market value is 900K.
Hmm.
Okay. And the original tax base was 300K.
Okay.
And current property taxes, if you're considering as a 1% of 300K, you're paying 3,000 per year.
Right.
But if you buy a 1 million property, then you will pay what, 10,000, right?
The new tax, right?
New tax is 1.1.
Hmm.
Without Prop 19, for example, if you're buying for 1.1, you'll pay 11,000 per year.
Hmm.
Beauty of with Prop 19, that's a transfer at age of 55 plus. If your old tax base is 300K, now new home costs like 200K more than the old one. How does it
Hmm.
work? Is like, for example, uh, 1.1 minus 900K. So like basically 300 plus 200, whatever the difference, right? Difference alone you will calculate. So that is basically you end up only paying for 5,000 per year.
Hmm. Okay.
That is why you need to use this called a Prop 19. So annual savings are on close to $6,000. Okay.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah. So that's why you need to be used if you're 55 plus, if you want to downgrade, use this. You need to call to the county and understand, do you qualify for a Prop 19 where you can transfer the older value to the newer value? Means basically after buy a new value, newer property, we should ask them, will the older value can be moved to the new one?
Well, I'm sure people, anybody who's above 55, will really appreciate that knowledge. The Bay Area market is definitely shifting. Opportunities do exist, as you are saying, but then one has to be aware of these nuances.
Yeah, especially Prop 19 is a great thing to use if you want to buy a higher homes, because let's because somebody can downsize, take the value from that and can move on or use it for the other house also, right?
Hmm.
So that way it really it works out. If you're using a Prop 19, where we can carry forward the older tax base and the new, there's a difference of the difference. For example, if let's say, I just repeat to a lot of folks again, if the newer assessed value is 900K, if it sells for 1.1, that difference also is taken. So the totally it will be like that. That also needs to be added up. So to know your exact numbers, call to the county and understand how it will impact for you. So that way you can use that.
So, friends, in case you are listening, you have some thoughts, you would like to join this conversation and ask your question directly to Nagaraj Annaiah, you can give us a call in Bolly Studios at 1877 Bolly 92. That's 1877 265 5992. 265 5992. And
And this is the time we need to be announcing our new event happening. That's a real estate connect event where every year we do it.
oh, that's always interesting. And
Yeah.
I believe you're doing it ICC Milpitas this time.
In association with an ICC Milipitas. This time we are doing at a ICC. So that is happening on December 13th. December 13th. Registrations are open 10 a.m. to 1 around 2:30 p.m. 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. If you are the first time you're listening about what is Bay Area Real Estate Connect is like basically if you'd like to know how to build your wealth, how to build your generational wealth from the real estate, then you should all be attending this event. It's basically we cover a lot of on the mortgages. We cover about all about the Bay Area market. We cover about there will be an attorney who is going to talk about all this legal, all about the immigration stuff, finances stuff. So there would be an industry experts. There would be an expert for a commercial loans. There would be an expert for a basically residential homes. If somebody wants to look for buying for do want to do a flip the homes also, there will be an expert for that also on the mortgage side. See, all the industry experts will be there, will be talking about it, and you can directly talk to them
To
on
those people.
those
Yes.
people.
So
It
all
is
stakeholders are going to be there at one, like it's a one-stop shop for
one.
everything real
Yeah.
estate.
That also happening at ICC Milipitas. It's a bigger place this time. Last 3 years was this is a fourth year, you know, and every year it was completely sold out event. Don't miss out if you want to build your wealth. If you'd like to know how to build a generational wealth, especially because I was talking to the last week also, Sia. I
Hmm.
was telling them like how you can plan like every 2 years, 3 years, you can try to add up one real estate for yourself.
Oh, that would be really awesome. Do you think that's also possible here in the Bay Area?
It's possible. I'm the example for that. You know,
Absolutely.
every 2 years, 3 years, how you can add a real estate on top of it. How do you build a vehicle for a business, right?
Hmm.
So that goes hand in hand together. If you would like to understand more about that, do attend on the Real Estate Connect. How do you register is go to nagarajhomes.com. On the top of the homepage, there's a link for a sign up. All the speakers information will be uploading it very shortly. There's a lot of guest speakers are coming in. Tax expert would be there from tax expert will be there, attorney would be there, and lenders would be there, myself will be there, so don't miss out this event. Only few it's only people who signs up will be allowed on that day. So go to nagrajhomes.com, register for this event, Real Estate
So
Connect, happening
yes,
on December 13th in association with ICC.
ICC Milpitas. Yes, so happening at ICC Milpitas in association with ICC on December 13th. Do register at nagarajhomes.com. That's nagarajhomes.com. And as Nagaraj just now mentioned, just go right click on the sign up there and just register. Of course, with so many stakeholders there, everything real estate, be it commercial or residential, as he said, just generational wealth की जो एक छुपी हुई key, I can say that, this such vast knowledge will be there. So
No, I
yes,
think
please do dive in.
what happens, especially when you're buying a house, right, or buying any wealth, okay, it is always the scare in yourself, or like anxiety, basically fear in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that hinders any real estate investments or any investments, right? I have one client who just recently bought, almost like he was working with me almost close to 1.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 years, you don't believe it, right? We started from 1.6 million purchase,
Mm-hmm.
but he felt that time it was too expensive, right?
Because
Too
that,
expensive.
like in the beginning, you were kind of
Yeah,
holding his hand.
1.6. But at the end of 1.5 years, he realized I need to buy any one real estate also.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy to help him out. We are able to close in Gilroy for a 980K.
Great.
980K, we are in a contract and we'll be closing in 2 weeks. And I have one more investor, they wanted to add up as a rental income, one of the property, and use all these beautiful short-term rental loopholes and everything, both are husband and wife on W2. We were able to buy a one in multiplex units, 8 unit. We were able to buy it in Santa Clara, which fetches you 16,000 rent, you
So there
know.
are a lot of opportunities there. That is just in somebody's choosing to invest without fear, armed with the right knowledge. They can find a solution to all their real estate investing needs with Nagaraj Annaiah here guiding them.
So, and again, I have other couple of closings in Livermore. This is
Mhm.
for a 2 point for if somebody wants to buy a bigger home. This is a great opportunity, especially Livermore and San Remo and Dublin, because when the market is down, that is where you need to jump in and get few properties to yourself. So, and in coming episodes, also on December even 13th, we'll talk about how to start the businesses. How can you use your real estate as your vehicle to build one business, an opportunity on it. I was talking to my one of the known person also. They were telling me, why can't you buy the property, just rent it out? Rent it out doesn't get you a income. It's always inconsistent. But if you start doing a business on of it, and if the business clicks, that is where you can start building the wealth, right? Wealth
So
is
do you want
not
to expand on that, Nagaraj? Like when you say doing business on, like, so.
basically buy real estate. You can start doing for example, you can do some preschools, you can do some kind of a restaurant,
Mhm.
correct? A lot of things, small kind of a businesses, right? For example, rent can fetch you 10,000, but if you can do a right business there, you can fetch you 50,000, 60,000, correct? But that is where you need to figure out what is this property is all about. How does that work? That is where the expert like me makes a difference. But we are running out of a time today, Sia. We have just a 40 seconds to go in today. Already Anjali is calling out for the time. What we'll do is like we'll talk more about this in the coming episodes. And if you are one of the invest, I have a couple of properties coming up in Sunnyvale and Fremont also. You would like to more know about this properties which is coming up for a sale. Do give me a call also. The easiest way and best way to reach out is go to nagarajhomes.com and click on a WhatsApp icon. That's the easiest way to connect with me. So thank you so much and have a wonderful evening out there.
And one last thing, Real Estate Connect happening at ICC Milpitas on December 13th. So please go register at nagarajhomes.com. Thank you, Nagaraj. Until
Thank you
next
so
time,
much.
this is Sia saying bye bye. Take care.